Hi Kavya, how are you doing? I am doing good. How about you? I am good as well. How are you dealing with Delhi's pollution? It's really terrifying, especially in winters. I recently ordered a pollution mask to decrease the effect of pollution, but we cannot wear it all the time. But what we need to do at home? Air purifiers. Don't they work well? They do, but not everyone can afford it. Furthermore, would you want to operate them for hours every day and many months? You have got a point. I'm also thinking to buy a pollution mask. What would you suggest? I purchased an N90 mask for 2,500. I have examined the cheap ones as well, the one that cost 20-30 rupees for a single piece, but they turn out to be more costly. More costly? How? The cheaper ones can be best used for 2 to 3 times. Whereas, the one I am using can be used for some 100 hours. So the value of cheap ones sums up fast. And also the cheap ones are not as efficient as the N90 I am using in refining the pollutants. That's important, right? What's the purpose of using a mask if it's not cleaning the toxic pollutants? I agree with you. Anything else on pollution respirators? Prefer a mask with exhaling valves. Valves help you breathe easily, particularly when you are out of breath after exercising or climbing stairs, and stop the buildup of moisture. We have been inhaling the toxic air for the last few years. Do you envision any reduction in pollution levels in near future, says this winter? I think it will be minimal at best. Vehicular contamination can be managed by taking the fuel inefficient, contaminating old vehicles off the roads, but will it happen? Who will bail the cat to check stubble burning in the neighborhood lands? The construction project is the easiest of the 3 to control. What about pollution from fireworks on Diwali? There have been some limitations on the use of crackers, at least in Delhi, but implementation is not easy. To be fair, I am not too concerned about crackers, because their impact is only for a few days. I am more bothered about the month-on-month high level of pollution rising out of other circumstances. I agree, but I think residents too have some part in controlling pollution. We can stop people from burning polythene bags and other dangerous waste in winter. We can also reach construction activities in our area during the period it is forbidden. Right. What we usually don't pay attention to is the case that pollution, particularly in the winter months, is not just a Delhi aspect. It seizes most of North India. The Air Quality Index (AQI) of small cities such as Gwalior, Agra, and Lucknow often gets more critical than Delhi's, and they don't get the same coverage in the national media as metro cities such as Delhi do. That's correct. And pollution is imposing such a heavy toll on human life. I was reading in the newspaper that India has the questionable distinction of most extinction because of pollution, and most of them are associated with air pollution. In 2015, more than 2.5 million people died in India because of pollution. I too remember reading in the newspaper that the AQI in New Delhi enrolled the satisfactory zone for the first time in many months during the rainy season. Circumstances have come to such a way that we have an exhalation of relief when the AQI goes from very poor to poor category. Imagine, satisfying levels come once in few months, and that too by the harmony of nature, rainfall. AQI in the good division seems to be a far-off dream. You have summed the state of matters quite well. Let's hope conditions improve. Yes.